Hello, everybody. I live in Southwest Michigan, and we have a large section of the country right now that's going through like a polar event of some sort. Um, Massive amounts of sub-freezing down to zero or below zero or near zero temperatures. For instance, here right now, last I looked at the thermometer, it was 6. It's supposed to get down into the negative temperatures tonight and be a high of 4 tomorrow. Hope everybody is staying warm, but one of the things that you might also want to consider is keeping the humidity level up in your house. When you have higher humidity, you feel more comfortable when it's cold out. The higher the humidity in the air, to a point anyways, the having humidity in the air increases the heat carrying capacity of the air so that it makes you feel warmer. You can have the same temperature, have very low humidity, and it's going to feel horrible. It's going to feel dry and miserable. Increase that humidity, and all of a sudden it feels pretty good. It's tolerable and maybe even comfortable. So, other than going out and buying a humidifier, and if you've got a house, you need a big humidifier or several small ones, which is okay if you want to do that. That's one way to do it. But what are some things you can do other than that you can do to increase the humidity and make yourself feel more comfortable? Well, there's some active things and some passive things that you can do. Active one, the humidifier. Another active one, boil some water. Put a pot on the stove. A big old soup pot is the best option. And put it on the low flame on your stove. It doesn't need to rapidly boil. It just needs to release a little steam, and you don't need a lot of heat for that. You get one of these great big old 3 or 4 gallon soup pots. Turn the boil temperature up until it starts to steam, and then turn it down to its lowest setting. And that'll be enough to keep it steaming and releasing moisture into the air. Of course, you're using energy when you do this. So there is that. It does a great job if you have very low humidity of getting some water into the air quickly, though. So even if you don't want to continue doing that, it's a good thing that you can do to get comfortable. If you're walking around and you barely have to touch the carpet and you're zapping yourself everywhere you go, you've got low humidity. So increasing the humidity in the air will make it more comfortable for you. Your skin will thank you, your hair will thank you, the people you're zapping, like your cats, will thank you, so forth. Other things you can do. If you're in an area where you can, now a dorm room or a shared apartment might not be the best for this, but when you shower, don't turn on the vent fan and leave the doors open. That humid air, the warm water and everything, that moisture will seep out into the rest of the house or the apartment. That's an easy way to help get that out there. When you're done showering, leave those doors open so as that shower dries and that water evaporates, it'll get into the air too. So that's a thing you can help as you get up in the morning and start your day. Another thing you can do, unless you've got all carpeted floors, mop your floors. Doesn't have to be for perfect cleanliness. Get your mop wet, wash, wipe it across the floors. That that's going to evaporate very quickly, most likely, and put that moisture into the air. You can continue to do this throughout the day. Keep your floors clean in the process, but that moisture continues to evaporate, and over time, if you've got a hygrometer in the house to measure that humidity level, you'll notice it and you'll feel it too. Other things you can do that are passive like that are, if you got carpeted floors, wipe down your counters perhaps, anything that leaves moisture out. Take some towels, some blankets, some sheets, some wash your socks, I don't know, some paper towels. wash them or get them wet, wring them out so that they're not dripping, and stretch them out over something. A couple of chairs, a string that you put up, whatever you can manage. Over the back of a door, anything. Paper towels are great because they are thin and they will evaporate the water in them quickly. And you can wring them out pretty good, so you can just keep wetting them, setting them out, wetting them, setting them out. Sheets, they're so big. Sheets and towels are so big you can't wring them, so you're probably going to get some dripping. So if you can hang that somewhere where it doesn't matter, that's fine. But you don't necessarily want them dripping all over the place. If you have a small desk fan that you can blow on them to help them dry off quicker, that'll help release that humidity in the air faster. So anything like that will work. Wash your cat or your dog. Dogs, easy, they'll dry off. Cats, I don't think it's necessarily as much the cat drying off, but from all those scratches you're going to get, you're going to be nice and bloody, and that's going to evaporate into the air. Okay, just kidding about that one. Don't wash your cat to get humidity into the air. If you're like my cats, they would not appreciate it. Actually, one cat tolerates the washing pretty well. She just doesn't like to be dried off for some reason, so she would be dripping water all over the house. So I guess she would be good to get moisture into the air. Who knows? She would be mad at me for a couple of hours, but whatever. So there are some things that you can do. Easy things to get moisture into the air. And this will help. This time of year, it's super cold, so you need to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. And that's one good way of doing it. It's just introduce a little moisture into the air, and that'll make all the difference in the world. Make sure you're staying hydrated as well. That cold air will dry you out just as quickly as everything else. So make sure you're drinking a couple of extra cups of hot chocolate, water, hot tea, whatever you got to do, and stay hydrated as well. So hopefully this has helped. Give you a little bit of tips. If you haven't tried this before or haven't thought of this before, try it. You'll notice the difference. You'll feel more comfortable and you'll feel warmer just by increasing the humidity in your house a little bit. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and I'll talk to you later.